Hey, it's Philip with G6 Technology Services. In this video, we're going to take a quick look at this OptiPlex GX260. And here it is. So, I don't remember where this came from. It's possibly from an auction lot. But anyway, apparently wherever it's from, it was number 5. And it's got a little bit of sticker residue, but overall it's in pretty good shape. So the front, we have, what is this? CD rewritable. So not a DVD drive, but that's okay. Our second optical bay is not populated. We do have a floppy drive, so that's good. Second floppy drive not populated. Have our model badge and our hard drive light, power button and light. Then we have our front I/O panel, which just opens right up. And then underneath we have our service tag, and then we've got a couple of USB ports and a headphone jack. Designed for Windows XP, and it's a Pentium 4. So this particular PC, like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I like this general design because it's kind of nostalgic. It reminds me of the PCs that we had in the computer lab back when I was in elementary and middle school. At some point there, this is what was in the lab. And I remember the little flap having to lift it up to plug your headphones in. So anyway, yeah, the sides, not really a whole lot going on. Got our Dell logo, and then have our feet on the corners in case you wanted to lay it over. Put your monitor on top, I guess. Other side doesn't really have a whole lot either. Got a sticker with some specs, which we'll zoom in on that in a second. Let me get it flipped around. So here we have our little label, and it just has some power information on there. And then we do have a manufacturing date, where I'm not sure what format that's in. It's either manufactured in 05 or 03. And then just our other regulatory labels and whatnot. So yeah, that's about the right year for when I would have had, because these were brand new at the time when they were put in. We weren't operating on old equipment. Let me get it flipped around so we can take a better look at the back. Alright, so we have our standard power outlet there. Or input, I mean. Then we have, got our fans, power supply fan, case fan. And then for other I/O, we have our DB9 serial, our parallel, VGA, PS2 keyboard and mouse, 4 USB ports, which was very generous way back then. Some kind of Ethernet. I don't know if it's going to be 100 meg or if it's going to be gigabit yet. Some more audio, and then I don't actually really know what that is. I think it's some kind of video connector. The left part of it there kind of looks like a DVI. I think I've seen these before where it has that little breakout cable that goes to 2 DVI ports, so that may be what that is. I'm not sure. It looks like the case is already starting to come open a little bit. So that's pretty much it for the back here. So, and then the top, again, not really a whole lot, just our Windows XP Professional product key and our case open release button, whatever. So let me get it flipped over on its side, and then we'll pop it open and see what's inside. Alright, so if you've never opened one of these before, you just press in these little buttons on both sides, and then it just lifts up. It has this nice hinged kind of clamshell design, and it pops into place so it doesn't fall on you. So that's good. It actually looks pretty clean in here. And yeah, I think that is a video card actually. I don't know what though, it doesn't say. Might have to pull that off and look. But it does look like they stole the hard drive out of it, which is typical. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is from an auction lot then, because if it was a customer dropping off for recycle, they usually leave those in. And then I usually dispose of them, but I don't remember getting to this one yet. Oh, they stole the RAM also. That's rude. Well, I guess we're not going to be able to turn this on today. I'm going to have to hunt around and see if I have any old RAM that'll fit in there. That's disappointing. Why would they do that? Anyway, get our CPU cooler shroud open. It actually looks almost like it's never been used before. It's so clean. I'm shocked. I can't see a single hair or piece of dust anywhere inside of here. Yep, here's where our hard drive would have plugged in. And let's see, check out some of these capacitors. I don't see any that have, oh, I think this one right here, yeah, that one's kind of bulging a little bit. So is that one, but none of them have blown up yet or started leaking. So that's good. So yeah, it looks like it would turn on if they didn't steal the RAM out of it. Oh, here we go. March 2003. 100% inspection. So that's about all I can say internally. I don't know. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that. That brown connector? It's some kind of board-to-board type connector where it's actually got this little riser attached to it, it looks like. That's interesting. I've never seen anything like that before. And some extra PCI slots on it for you. This power cord's not plugged in either, so that's a little bit odd. CPU power is plugged in, but this one is not. I don't know why they would have done that. Wonder if there was a problem with this system, which, I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. It did end up in an auction lot, but we're a long way from 2003, so they held on to it for a while, and it really doesn't look like it has a lot of use. I'd be curious to see if it has, I don't know if these Dells have like an hour meter in the BIOS or anything, but well, let me hunt around and see if I can find any compatible RAM, just so we can get it started up. At least look around in the BIOS. Alright, well, I was able to find this. So I don't know where it came from. It was just sitting, actually it was on the floor behind a stack of old computers. So I don't know where this came from or if it still works. I've never heard of this brand before. So we'll throw that in there and see if it does anything. Okay, and then we're going to have to plug this back in. So I don't know why that's not plugged in. Hopefully there's not a serious problem. I hope this doesn't blow up when we try to turn it on. And unfortunately I looked and I don't actually have an IDE hard drive to throw in here. I was going to try and see if I could throw Windows XP on it. Just for no reason, just to do it. But I'll keep looking and see if I can round one up, but so far I don't have one, because most of these PCs that I get have had that removed for security because they're from... Yeah, what happened to that? This plastic bits, kinda. I don't know, these plastic pieces don't really line up. When we go to close this... Well, I didn't notice until I was poking around just now, but this little metal bit's bent really bad here. So let me try and straighten that out and see if we can get this to close better. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. So yeah, it was just that piece of metal was bent, so should be all good now. Closed back up. So let me get it stood up and plug it in, we'll see if it turns on. Alright, as a nice little treat, I was actually able to dig up one of these old Dell keyboards. I think this may even be the correct one that would have shipped with this, if not very similar, but it is PS2. So this is about where the period correctness is going to stop though, because I don't have an old monitor and I don't have an old Dell mouse, but we're not even going to plug a mouse in because we're not going to be able to get to anything that uses one. You know, a lot of the stuff that I did have and got rid of, I kind of regret that now. It just seemed kind of obsolete at the time. I was always excited about, you know, getting the newest thing and getting rid of the old, but now I appreciate all this older stuff and wish I would have hung on to some of it. So, well, let's let her rip. Oh, we've got orange light. Is that good? I don't know. I guess not. Yeah, well, not doing anything. Well, I don't know. Everything looks like it's right. The voltage selector is on 115. Well, let me open it back up again and we'll see. Well, unfortunately, I was not able to get it to come on. So what it was doing is, like you saw earlier, that power button was just staying orange, and then none of the lights were on in the back, the diagnostic ABCD lights. So I'm not sure what the problem is. I found another stick of RAM and tried every combination, 1 stick, 2 sticks. Did not work. Also noticed that with the CPU, this little retaining lever was not up, so it wasn't putting pressure on this heatsink. So I thought I'd take a look and take that anyway, and notice that there's no heatsink compound. So I don't know if that's normal for this, if this is some kind of thermal pad that's supposed to be on there, or if there was supposed to be some thermal paste, but there's not. So might as well look and see what processor we have, since it won't turn on anyway. The pins don't look bent or anything, but let's see. It is, let me see if I can get it zoomed in good enough. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, Intel Pentium 4, 2 gigahertz. So unfortunately, I think that's pretty much going to be the end of the line for this system. I'm going to keep it anyway, and basically I just like to collect these old Dells. I'll just keep it in a room on a shelf with all the other ones. Let me put this back together now. Alright, well, we got it back together. So yeah, it's unfortunate it wouldn't turn on. That happens actually with a lot of these auction PCs, which I think is the reason that they're getting rid of them in the first place. Some of them I'm able to get working again, but this one I'm not really sure what else to do. I don't have any other components to swap in to test things, so if you have any suggestions, let me know and maybe I'll take another look at it. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed just this quick look at this OptiPlex GX260. Until next time, thanks for watching.